All right. Here we go. So yeah, Will's running usual Will box, tank push box. And Appty's got a lot of sins in here, I guess. He's got the Tata, the Lisa, of course, the Pepsi, Matthew and Sherry, Ken, Sin. Uh, no clue what Kurama's gonna do, but it'll be content if he gets picked. Um, yeah. We still see Will taking this SP map pick that he really has liked a lot so far.
I wonder if after yesterday he re-enchanted him a little bit for more bulk.
More non-defense bulk.
So it was what, like just over 10k HP, but 1400 defense.
Yeah, he did bring up a good point. That was after the Matthew clone, so he probably has like 13k or something, but it's
Oh,
still a
true.
lot of freaking defense and not a ton of HP.
Yeah, it's true. I never use his 3C, so I kind of forget that it drops his stats.
Yeah, me too. It's so bizarre. But I guess when you get a clone that kills Alpha with air slash, I guess there's some benefit to it.
The Werner pick obviously makes the most sense there.
Yeah, assuming Werner can kill Will's units. If he's running Stinger Werner, he should be fine. Um,
I mean, doesn't Werner have like effectively the most raw damage of all like the assassins?
um, Probably, if you're not counting stuff like a Boro and Andrio and Isolde.
Yeah.
But like so I played against like a Warner in my PO game last season. I think it was last season. I don't know. At some point though, but he can just get like brutalized by debuffs. So he ended up with like 900 attack because he had like minus 35% attack from a combination of Lugner and Almeida debuffs. So obviously he attacked into something and killed like 2 troops. And that was it. We still be Will picking tanky stuff. If this Warner is infantry, this Michelle is not going to hold up no matter how much defense he has stacked on there.
Let's see an Elwyn pick here.
Also, I guess he's so he's not going to get his lead or anything like that. So it is going to be Sonya as a solo tank for once. Yeah, we do see the Elwyn stuff can't. Oh, Appty's picking a tank. I don't know that I would be rushing to pick a tank. If I were Appty, I would have picked that Agnes first, personally. Right, because you're going, I mean, even Appty, Agnes is kind of copium versus Michelle, but what's the Christie gonna do for you here, you know?
I just his whole like the rest of his comp now just looks like the classic waifu war struggle of where do I get an attack buff?
Mm. Yeah, okay, he does get the Agnes, yeah, too. That's good for him. At least the Agnes will be buffed, and I know he has a solid like DPS build Agnes.
Okay.
Um, are we gonna see some Kurama gaming? I have no idea what either of these two units offer between Isara and Kurama. So,
Isara is a literal tank.
yeah. I'm not sure who Will's gonna take here. The YJS is a little bit more AoE pressure, I guess, and some healing. Neither of those two units are gonna live the Werner or the Lisa. Granted, this is a very bad Lisa map. One of her
Does
big
Lisa
issues.
do well at being an assassin?
If she has her terrain, she's budget lost him because she has like Sand Seas and can use Lurker. And she does reasonably okay damage-wise if you have the terrain. If you don't have terrain, she's gonna whiff pretty bad. Um,
Oh, because her talent attack is tied to it, right?
it's like forest, mountain, grasslands, like the Illustrial special, I think.
Classic.
Yeah. Oh, we see some Kurama giving. Can he give her grass? Is that a
Um,
thing Kurama can do?
Maybe. Let's find out. This stream now sponsored by Banner News.
Hey, Walleon.
Did the match already finish or?
No, I'm streaming on Twitch.
Oh, right, yeah.
It looks like we're gonna have some fun gaming here. Appty picked Kurama.
I think he only gives himself grassland. Doesn't look like he has any like Mariandal Lambda team.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. He's gonna try his very best then with the like two tiles of grasslands at the very edges of the map. Well, I guess he gives himself. I guess Lisa's really gonna be the problem child here. Um, does he have some way to get attack buff for this Werner here? I don't think he does, unless Kurama secretly has mass attack.
I did not see it on there.
He has attack support.
Ooh.
15% attack buff, RNG on who it goes to. Let's see it. I don't think Lisa has any way to buff people. I assume she's going to mostly be doing healing this game.
It would also be really rough of Kurama to run that since he kind of needs his other 1C Yoko.
Yeah.
Well, this has now become a 10 Yokopium game.
See infantry on Michelle. We do see Mech Knights on Matt. I think that's not a bad pick. There's a fair amount of terrain to work with here. And they're not bad even for a single target.
Brings Mech Knights, but still that same skill set from yesterday.
Yeah, he really likes this 3C, I guess. The sword stance isn't bad if Appty didn't bring Mass Protect, which it looks like he didn't. This is a assassin Werner as well, it looks like. Oh, apparently Kurama flies. That's a thing.
Oh, okay.
So he treats stuff as grassland, but he can fly. What on earth is AoE reach? 0.2 multiplier. That's so low.
My boy deserved better.
We also see him running acid burn, so he's not going to reach anything next turn other than the Sonya, probably. Yeah, only the Sonya potentially next turn, unless Will starts moving stuff up more. Will has zero reason to rush here, so he could honestly just wait out the transform if he's for some reason actually scared of something Kurama might do. Because he is a 3 base move unit with no range up, so this might have been a bit early of a transform.
What did Agnes bring?
AoE. It's full AoE Agnes. And as you can see, pretty respectable int for no buffs. So she's going to hit pretty hard after that Christie buff. God, look at the attack on this Matthew clone. Pretty crazy.
Jesus. And yeah, I did take a peek before he summoned that, and that Matthew had like over 15,000
Oh,
HP.
okay.
So it really was just the clone.
So those new archers would count for both Lisa and stuff like Kurama, but I don't think Lisa actually has those new archers. I actually was looking at that the other day, because I actually really like those new archers on like Mariandel and lost them. Um,
Oh, I think she does get them.
does Lisa get them?
Yeah, it shows her in the unit list there.
Okay, there was one troop profile that was missing when I looked. Like the picture wasn't there on, maybe it was, I don't know if it was Wikigrisser or Banner News. Actually, maybe I looked at Wikigrisser and I didn't see them because Wikigrisser is so far out of date that the troops don't exist on there. That's very possible. That's what happened.
Zigguram double checking in game.
Okay, so we see an aggressive Michelle TP here. 1, 2, 3. Put clone here. 1, 2, 3. She's 3 with no stacks, right?
Yeah.
On the okay. So she'll hit some stuff. I guess she could go here and 1, 2, and get everything up to Christie's line. Agnes chipping away. Yeah, some pretty good damage. This mat is really vulnerable to AoE while his clone is out. That defense is outrageous. Are we gonna see push first or 3C first? 3C, yeah, that makes sense. So she has a pretty nice push option next turn too. This Warner is going to struggle to kill this Michelle, because as you might notice, his attack is 200 lower than her defense. And it is not infantry Warner, and it is Vanguards, but it is an infantry troop, not a Lancer troop on Michelle. So I think he is going to have to throw out. Oh, he didn't. He brought Rewind, not 3C on, or sorry, not Massey on Sophia. So maybe he does eventually get worn down by the Agnes AoEs here, because she can play this turn, and then next turn she can hammer again, and you've also got Kurama for pressure. I might have brought 3C personally. I guess he wants to do double Michelle action, but or I would have brought Massiel, I think, personally. Because Agnes and Lisa are only going to sustain the team for so long. Because once her transform is gone, she's not doing too much healing, just salvation. So what does Matt reach here? So it's no strike, which is so awkward. I don't think he's really doing much soon, since he didn't breeze. Actually, he's never gonna breeze because it's Will, so he runs full moon. Okay, Kurama comes up, nice heal block AoE. Question now becomes, I think he has to Michelle here, because you really want to get this attack buff off of this Agnes before she does Pleiades. It's hard though, because the Warner is gonna take a shot at her now that she's heal blocked. That's the problem with using her action so early, I guess. Even if the Sophia dies here, though, I mean, Appty still has a lot to kill. It's So I don't know how this is gonna go. The Sonya is not gonna die anytime soon, I'm pretty sure, because she dispels with her 1C.
Oh, is it a dispel then heal?
Yeah, it's pretty juicy actually. This is when I looked at her like kit when she was coming out, this was the skill that really interested me. It's pretty solid. A lot of self-healing. So she already transformed, so she doesn't have much reach, but if Ryan doesn't take the shot at Sophia now, I think Sonya also has the option of moving up and dueling Werner. He doesn't have an act again or anything like that, so that debuff is going to stick around on him for the full 2 turns. So he's going to be pretty effectively out of game.
Yeah, taking a shot with 3C, and even if you don't kill, like you're in defensive stance all the way up, like I don't think TJS really wants to touch you.
There's the nice
Oh,
Agnes
wow.
damage. Yeah.
Or just do it with Agnes.
Yeah, she's strong. I think you do still duel the Warner so he doesn't kill TJS at least. Because she can use a next turn to, and then like, you know, try to get some healing off of one of these skills. Yeah, man, Agnes is scary when she's built full DPS like Appty's, especially with these dwarves on.
Damn, what's it like having those dwarves above level 5?
Right? I was gonna say the same thing. My archer field is at like full 40% except for attack, and I've exactly deck gunners leveled as and the aqua archers, the new ones, you know, as far as leveled archers go. Oh, he okay. I don't know that I would do it on the Lisa. I guess he's thinking the Werner is like defense stance or something, but it's still plenty to kill. Oh, I guess he doesn't reach the TJS now that the spot is blocked. I'm still not sure that she really needed to be dueled. Because she was going to lose transform anyways. So she wouldn't be able to guard ignore. I think. Unless she can take it with talent.
I don't know if it would be enough to save Sonya, but if her duel worked on like assist skills as well,
yeah,
it would be just so much better.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Rip Sam, no Agnes. There's quite a few people I think that wanted Agnes and didn't end up getting her. And I remember like going into the banner, a lot of people were interested in Elaine, but Agnes ended up kind of having a bit more longevity for at least regular ladder play. Oh my god, he did like so little damage to the map, but it was enough. I think troops carried there. Yeah, man, this poor Matt. I guess he can jump on the Kurama. I don't know how much he can really accomplish anytime soon. I guess he just has TP back actually, so maybe that's the play. Maybe that's what he was setting up with the dueling the Lisa, is he can TP Matt up and get a pretty juicy AoE on everything but Kurama. Yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't really thought about the fact that TP would be off cooldown. Oh, the Sophia. Rewind, that's right. Yeah, I think giving this fourth pick Agnes to Appty was a mistake. I think he should have picked her third instead of the Christie. Giving the Christie plus Agnes was like a bad idea, in my opinion.
It's still gonna be rough to break through this at the end though, because like you said, like Matt is about to get 3 AOE's off.
Yeah. I think you probably lead with the sword dance. What does he reach? 1, 2. Yeah, he can reach everything with sword dance. So because he doesn't have like the Lisa can only save the Agnes realistically. Like once he does this sword dance, she can use salvation to dispel the heal block off Agnes. Actually, you know, this is pretty bad for Appty. Because Will does still have turn priority.
Yeah, I think Skybreaker. How much health does Warner have?
7k. I don't know that it'll kill. Lisa's gonna trigger a revive. Kurama, if he goes for hitting Kurama instead of Warner, would die. I don't know that you need to.
Like if you just Skybreaker next to Agnes for the extra damage, I think that kills her.
I think so. Okay, no kill. She gets a decent 3C heal off now. What does Michelle have ready? So she can slap down another clone and then AoE again to get 3C back, or wait to slap down the clone even, either way.
Oh, Sonya still has her jump too.
You're right. Who's dueled? It's Lisa. So she'll even get to AA too. Because yeah, I think that makes the most sense. I think Walleon's right. The clone does overwrite. Yeah, I think it would make sense to wait to overwrite the clone until next turn once it's gone, and you can put a new one down for 3C. I don't think this game's gonna last into next turn though. Maybe Will's onto something with this SP Mat 2 pick so consistently. Heal block AoE is strong. It's also why Lavina is pretty strong in this format. But Sword Dance does the work too. So, okay, so we see that Agnes throw out heal. I think the play here is Sonya jumps before Lisa gets rid of Duel, and then you can like take a Christie Life or something. You get Matt back under guard. What's the range on the AoE?
2 blocks.
Okay. I was wondering if he could go for jumping to the left of Lisa to get like Kurama dead, but yeah, I think you just want to hit the Agnes. With kill on Warner sucks, but Warner's not gonna do a whole ton. Ooh, I guess he got Christie guard with the Michelle earlier, or the Matt. This is pretty Joe over. She doesn't have a form bonus right now to use her heal off of the 2C.
This game was a success because we got a Kurama 3C.
That's a good way to look at it. Poor Christie all alone. Oh man, guys, tank push so OP. Definitely not AoE meta. In this case, Will is AoE tank push, but AoE is the way to go.
Even your tank is AoE.
Right. It was the same thing with the alpha captains.
Yeah, when you get you a girl who can do both, things happen.
Were Zuko and Edgar potentially playing after this or something?
I think Zuko said he had time at the start of the hour, not towards the end, but I don't remember. You know, maybe if this was when Christy first released and everything still had to hit into her first strike, this might be okay. But
yeah,
when all that's left is Christy versus 9 AoEs.
I mean, eventually she'll get fogged too. Michelle will, I think, won't quite die to the Kurama fixed. I think she had. I don't think it's doing 2k since he's dead, so the modifier went way down. This is where Bloodsword Christie could be Pog. I think I remember seeing that in like a 50-50 game or something. That old player. I think he ran Bloodsword Christie or something, and I saw it trigger on the AoE. It was so funny.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, Will has the right idea. You just hang out waiting for your more AoEs to come back. I guess she can't actually heal or anything, but it's still a lot of counter damage. Ah, she did explode. It was 2500 fixed. I was gonna say he might want to move this Matt away. I guess he explodes to Kurama fixed anyways. Damn, the Christie AoE killing or chipping away at the AoE and Kurama killing from beyond the grave. It's pretty juicy. But Will's not going to lose this. He's got a massive damage advantage, and Christie can't get out of the fog.
I mean, eventually Sonia's guard will drop, and she can't fog and guard at the same time.
I mean, that's fine.
But yeah, no, he can't. Christie attacking is not going to make up 100k.
No, and I'm not even sure if you look at the like it's 1500 attack versus 1100 defense on this Matthew. I'm not actually positive that Christie with no troops kills this Matthew. I guess she's going to keep AoE chipping over the next couple turns, but she's also about to lose some of her many things. So her damage isn't gonna especially go up entering battle.
Oh wait, will Sonia get duel back before she has to re-put guard?
She will. That's a good idea. That's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, it's already back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, GG's good game. Good content. From that, Agnes straight murdering the log was pretty awesome. Then the pretty good comeback with the TP play for SP Matt. Just because Appty was kind of lacking in single target options after the Lisa was dueled. Some pretty good Sonya gaming with that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get any other games. I can look at some of the games that happened yesterday that I didn't catch on stream, and we can go through some of those real quick.
Yeah, there were some good games last night.
Yeah, let me check the score report. Raven gave me the idea of using that to keep track with emotes. So Alka played Appty. Let me see if either of them have that on their card. Appty doesn't have it. Yeah, that looks like yesterday's game. Oh, it looks like Walleon's also up for a Group 2 game if anyone is interested from Group 2. And so he could probably play Edgar, actually, if Edgar's around. Because Edgar's also Group 2. So yeah, let's go through this Appty versus Alka game that happened at like 5 a.m. my time yesterday. This was a more tank pushy Appty, it looks like. You got like the Albedo in there, who I think was missing, and the Angelica. So Appty running pretty different box there. Alka running some tank push, 4 tanks. He's going to be Captain Nomi. With 1 healer, 2 healers, 3 healers. So yeah, pretty standard fair tank push stuff. He's not too broken up if he doesn't get a healer because of that Nomi. So it looks like he's going for tank bust, banning out tanks. So forcing Appty, who is only running 3, to go tankless, actually. I was expecting a 4th.
Some preemptive ducking.
I was gonna say, Walleon hears me say Edgar might be around. He's like, do I want a piece of that? We see an Elwyn pick, that's makes sense. He's Glory Buffer for Nomi, and strong against this Pepsi pick, and tankless team in general. He does still have the Sissy pick available to slow that down a little bit. Iron banning healers, picking up his Agnes, because Agnes is OP, even tankless. More strong ST units with the TJS. TJS plus L1 can be pretty OP with the TP. We do see a Kurama pick again by Appty. This one actually being a bit more Kurama and Lisa friendly of a map. And then we see a 5th pick Angie, because you've got 2 healers, you may as well pick the one that buffs Kurama. And then Alka taking his 5th pick Freya, who's not going to do a ton because you got an assassin, AoE on Ryan's side, so she's just going to be an Azusa buffer here.
Azusa's origin, right?
She is.
Okay.
So we see her throwing out buff for Agnes as well, that's right. This is going to be pretty juicy AoE. And actually buffed Kurama this time too. For some reason has a 5-turn MDef and regular defense buff. I don't know if that's an Angie thing. Increasing the buff duration, I guess it must be. Early transform again. I wonder if he's running Breeze. He is running Electric Kurama. It's gotta be borrowed gear. Pepsi going to hide, I guess. I should probably check skills real quick. So hide Pepsi. We see single target on Kurama. Regular Lisa. I think this is pretty regular Angie. AoE Agnes. ST Nomi, because that's all she can do. Pretty regular Elwyn, regular Azusa, regular TJS. No Strengthen, because pretty much everyone's Glory or Origins.
I did double check just now. Angelica's casting passive has a 50% chance that the duration of the buff will be +1.
Interesting. And here we see an aggressive Elwyn play. That's what I was talking about with the TJS TP Elwyn. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, into a tankless, yeah.
Yeah. If he had brought the shrines on Agnes, she could maybe try to live the Elwyn or something, but I think you just take the easy Agnes kill with Elwyn. Maybe the unicorns versus Sorks. I don't think it'll fail though. She doesn't have that much defense with Appty's build. I used to run like a I used to run like a 1100 defense Agnes, like just super high in defense enchant. But obviously that doesn't hit like Appty's does. Oof, poor Kurama, missed kill on Elwyn. Let's see that again. So he's attack buffed, 2k int versus Elwyn's measly 600 defense. I guess unicorns MDef buff was really carrying here when they're on that terrain.
That's still a feels bad man type scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. This Ellen is just going to go insane on Appty's team here. Tenyo proc, but it doesn't get defense buff, or it doesn't get attack buff. Dead Kurama. So now he has like exactly Pepsi to work with. A Pepsi who can reach Azusa, but obviously isn't going to kill her because Azusa talent. Actually, maybe after that AoE zombie solo. I don't know. No, because Nomi robe. Yeah, so this poor Pepsi is going to be hitting into a bunch of stuff with Nomi robe active. Nice shield pop with Freya AoE. What is Lisa gonna reach here? I guess go for the Elwyn cleanup. Pepsi's gonna be down for a little while, although the Angie clock troops might help a bit. Yeah, I guess you have Lisa punish Elwyn, right? And then you do still have a problem of you have to outtrade this Azusa and Tejas and Nomi with just Pepsi Lisa, essentially. Ooh, she reached. I guess she breezed. Some nice Nomi gaming. And Azusa moving up, looking scary. Tejas TP should be back too. Nice Angie kill on Elwyn.
Close to whiffing.
Yeah, that did more damage than I expected for Pepsi having his shield. I guess it's because she has this Elwyn faction buff plus her DI from her thing that the 80% HP shield or 80% DR or whatever shield is actually not like almighty. That was some pretty good damage. That Pepsi's not going to kill anything now.
I know I've been seeing Sadao just not care about Pepsi shield and just blasting completely through it. So it's definitely not everything nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Elwyn just ran unchecked. That's the problem with the 3-tank box in Waifu Wars. It's really 4 tanks or go home if you want to actually run tank push units. Alright, let's see what else has been played that I have not covered. Wooper played Walleon. We can take a look at that. Maybe. I don't know if either of them would have put that on their card. Walleon might still be in chat to hear. Let's see if he's online somewhere. Oh, we do have the Wooper Walleon game. Alright, let's take a look at this. This is going to be AoE versus Nomi box. So we see the Almeida go. Wooper banning the one tank because he's running a mostly single target box. We see some fun stuff like Claret in Wooper's box. Pretty regular tank push stuff otherwise. One tank, 2 tanks, 3 tanks, 4 tanks, healer, 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 off healer. So plenty of healing and stuff on Wooper's side to deal with AoE. We do see a Claret pick pretty quick. Claret Gaming, I guess. We'll see her kill some stuff. She should outrange pretty much everything on Walleon's team, especially because it's not a Caroline-friendly map. Ooh, Patricia Claret could be interesting. I think the Agnes pick on Walleon's side was a good idea. It's just only going to do so much against Claret because she can do the whole double tap thing. But you kind of were forced to take it against an ST team that outreaches you. Luke is a nice flex option. I like the pick. And he's banning tanks down. I think that was fine. I think you could ban the... I guess he's planning to AoE, but I think you could ban the Grenier potentially, because I think Luke should be a solid kill on both Ledin and Freya with her 3C. Saintis pick, I like it. Saintis gaming. We'll see if she gets to hit anything.
Yeah, Saintis. I would have liked Saintis a lot more if he had left Freya Ledin instead of Grenier, but
yeah. We see push on Michelle.
Oh, although his Luke and Agnes are both mage, not holy.
Yeah. AoE flex Luke. No black hole, so he's not really trying to debuff game, even though Wooper doesn't really have much dispel on his end. Just flows 3C and then Pat's 3C. AoE Agnes. Yeah. Oh, we see the funny move on Pepsi, the one that does terrible damage. So Claret's gone ahead and zoning Wallion's entire team. Pretty regular Grenier and flow and stuff.
Sending the Saintis in very bravely.
Yeah, I think his goal is to body block the Michelle maybe, so he can at least keep her alive. But I don't know. His really big thing is keeping the Agnes alive. I would have probably brought shrines on her, just because this Claret is going to reach so far. It'd be nice to have a little bit of protection so that she doesn't, like, hit you off of hitting something else that revives, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if she can kill Agnes with the debuff that she gets after acting again, but she will have attack buff, and dwarves are not a tanky troop, so I wouldn't be completely surprised. Let's see what the Draupnir does to Nomi here. She's totally fine. Nice kill with the fixed damage from the fire. I didn't know that applied on application of tiles. That's pretty nice. Michelle going in.
Oh, I'm also just now realizing we've been calling this Team Nomi the whole time, but if we check the
oh yeah,
roster,
I'm so sorry. This is not Team Nomi. This is Team Rar. Ooh, nuzzles your cheek. Oh, what's this? I can't do the ooh voice, unfortunately, but ooh. Yeah, team ooh, gonna do some work here. Is she gonna explode for this? No, she's not. Claret is doing just fine with that Nomi robe. Retreat back to safety. I like it. We'll see if Luke gets the sanction kill here. I don't think so. And then the rest is robed. So.
Oh, 10k now.
Yeah, it's too much. Oh! He does get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? Was this Luke like Tenyo DI'd or something? Or maybe Wooper doesn't have crit damage reduction on Claret or something. Wow. I didn't expect the kill. I guess it's Loki, it looks like, with that int.
That's also really high int for Luke, so I don't think she's Scepter.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say
probably...
actually I think Walleon does run Red Moon, like on his Lucretian, Yanni, stuff like that, because he was formerly like a dedicated AoE rush account. Yeah, some really good damage there. How many stacks did she end up with? Not enough for Patricia to work off of. But I think the issue Walleon's going to have now is he's pretty out of juice. Because Pepsi can't reach anything. Agnes has to 3C before Michelle can AoE again. So he can just take the kill with Nomi at that point. So, you know, just not a lot of follow-up left at this point. Yeah, I think it makes sense to kill Luke first while she's out of Agnes range. That was the play. Yeah, Wallion's done. All right, let's see. Lune played Raven. Also, for anyone listening, Appty is looking for a Team 1, or not Team 1, Group 1 opponent, if anyone's interested. Wait, sorry, who did I just say? Lune versus Raven?
Yes.
Here we go. We see him first banning Nomi. That's something. Raven's banning McChristie because looks like Lune is... Yeah, so he's got 4 magic tanks, but I'm guessing he's going to try to ban into the Grenier or Freya and bust with the Milk. I think Freya should be pretty easy for Milk to bust here. Oh, he doesn't ban that way. I'm not sure why he went for the Christie first ban then. I would have forced onto the Freya rather than giving the Grenier or Albedo. Both of them could... Grenier could potentially murder Milk, and Albedo might straight up tank. Sam, you're talking about the Walleon game? I don't think Agnes could have carried. I'm not sure when exactly, what move you said that. I'm kind of bad about paying attention to the Twitch chat. I should probably do like the fancy thing and set up the overlay so I can see it on stream.
Man's getting serious.
We see Raven take the Mariandel pick. something a little bit more AoE. Lune doesn't pick the tank. He takes the Kyra for a little bit of anti-AoE. I don't know that I would have taken the Kyra. I think you have... Because if you take the Albedo pick, right, let's say you're trying to survive rather than counterkill the Milk, you have the Sophia, the Sissy, the Kyra, and the Agnes all still available after that for healing. Yeah, put games on cards. I'll try to review whoever I don't get to cast live, and it's also just there for Raven to like check scores and stuff. So try to put games on card as they're played. Yeah, I think Lune could have taken the tank pick, unless these tanks are not well built, which is a possibility. But yeah, we see him take the Kyra. So Raven's definitely going to be going single target with something like, even Brenda's an option. He takes the tank. That's fine, I guess. I mean, Luna's already got the Kyra drafted. But Freya should do reasonably okay against Elwyn. Maybe. She can at least pick the Phalanx to counter. We see Duelist pick. That's very on brand for Raven. And Lune takes the Agnes. That was a pretty strong Agnes pick. She was kind of hanging there. I don't know if Milk does fixed damage after she attacks or just before.
I believe it's just before.
Yeah, so this Agnes should be pretty good here then. At stopping anything from dying in one shot. Maybe he's running like Arcane Brenda. Who knows? Actually, I think her exclusive is armor, so he probably wouldn't be.
Maybe he's running Thor's necklace, Brenda.
That'd be fun. Or Devil Axe Lancer Wings Brenda. I think the log pick makes sense. The Sophia is not going to do anything for Lune. Got almost a full glory draft aside from the Kyra here, who's going to have to get strengthened or sprinted. Or gospel on herself, I guess, is an option. Let's see which of those three options Lune took. Sprint. Yeah, that makes sense. More reach. Pretty regular looking Tormilk. Pretty bulky Freya for no buffs. That's good defense.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty regular Mariandel. He takes the Thorns single target. That's fine. It's not like Lune was drafting any flyers here. Double AA Brenda, so she's going to be at 11 reach, I think. 5 plus 3. No, I think she's 12.
5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 to hit, so yeah 12.
And pretty standard duelist. He does have a pretty massive attack buff issue here. In that I think Milk is the only DPS that's buffed. I think she self-buffs, I guess.
Brenda? Milk and Duelist are both Origin.
Oh, I didn't realize Duelist was Origins. Okay.
Yeah. And Brenda will get herself a buff, so it's really just Mariandel.
Yeah, that's fine then. So Duelist moving up pretty aggressively here. She does ignore. Oh no, it's on the other SP move. I think that increases that. It lets her ignore guard on flyers.
That Narm is now in Brenda range.
Yeah.
Obviously still covered by Agnes.
Mm-hmm. Is he gonna go for the Narm or the Elwyn? I think going for the Elwyn's not a bad play if he thinks it gets the kill. Because that'll activate his Agnes revive, not his talent revive. So he'll be silenced and stuff and won't actually be able to punish. It'll have to be like, I mean, I guess Teach us to be the one to punish, but it's going to be a little annoying before Ellen can actually get back in the game.
I think
Okay.
with Vanguards, it's probably a little suspect.
Yeah. So he does go for the safe kill on the Narm. It's not Arcane Battle Garb. And T-Just is going to get the easy kill here. 50,000 damage. A little bit of overkill.
Definitely not Tiamat either.
Yeah, Tiamat Vanguards, if her attack break proc might have stood a chance. But it would still be Ellen buffed T-Jess. So so she's gonna finish off the Narm here and take an Ellen life. I think that's a reasonable play. He is just gonna be running out of stuff to actually clean up with.
I mean, this does like also gimp the Kyra a little bit, losing an ally.
That is a fair point. I kind of forget because she's before my time, but she does have definite issues with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Milk can't follow up on the Elwyn right now. Mary's not going to reach with AoE either. So he does have a little bit of breathing room to, yeah, get his nice little duelist kill. This should double kill because of the passive block.
The heal block was nice, but dispelled by Agnes.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming he's running Night Bloom, so it should have only been, yeah, 2 debuffs, so.
I think it dispels 2 by itself, too.
Yeah. That's right, because I had a Night Bloom because Sagani was sort of a thing when she came out. So I wanted 3 debuffs to always get all of his debuffs.
Also, if you missed it, that is a Spirit Boots Elwyn.
Yes, it is, huh? So Kyra doing some nice chip. Because she's never realistically going to reach the guard ignore. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, Spirit Boots Elwyn is a thing, I guess. Nice defense, at least.
That was, however, just a really needlessly aggressive Freya push.
Yeah, because that's I think T-Jess can reach to take the kill now, or Elwyn can take it next turn. I think I like Elwyn taking it next. I guess, so the problem is Elwyn's revive is down, right? So I think he has to do T-Jess now and threaten to kill the Mary, because Milk can go reach to kill Elwyn start of next turn. Oh, that's some gaming on Lune's part. To TP him so he gets his talent revive again, I think. Or did he already use that? No, he didn't. And he takes the Hanging Mary instead of busting the Freya. That's fine, because you now do actually have an alive Elwyn to clean up.
Yeah, that was just a really bad swing of things to happen there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you compare, like, start of this round, when you've got, you know, a couple things happening here. You've got the Narm dying, the Elwyn in pretty bad shape. But the problem is his other stuff is just so far back that he can't follow up to secure a kill on the Elwyn or the T-Jess or anything. So he just ends up short units next turn because it was a negative trade because of the Agnes revive on Duelist here. Because he...
I mean, I think he's, like, honestly still fine with Mariandel and Milk versus what Lune has left. But, like, because Kyra's at max 8 range, but Milk has 10. Agnes has blown both of her revives, so she's not a super big priority to deal with.
So the thing is, he
So
did use his Milk Act again,
To get the T-Just there, yeah.
So that does mean that so Elwyn takes kill, right? And we're assuming Milk doesn't miss kill on Elwyn after that. Does Elwyn reach actually now? Yeah, because the Moby +1. So Elwyn takes kill. Milk shouldn't miss kill on this because he will be injured from that proc there. Oh, the Spirit Boots though, and he did have a regen buff. So how can she play this right? Because Kyra, I think she's stuck in Kyra reach. Because the Spirit Boots Elwyn actually come in clutch here, right? He's able to move back far enough that she can't hit him to kill. Which I guess she actually can't kill in the first place because she doesn't do fixed after. And he does still have that revive in play, but she can't avoid the Kyra, even if she was able to kill the Elwyn. Oh, I was counting 4, not 5. I'm forgetting Scepter.
I also didn't realize that Milk doesn't heal herself on
Yeah,
her stacks.
I think
evenly.
it's one of those things, like, isn't Log's thing the same way on her 3C, I think? Where she heals everyone
Yeah.
except for herself, or Elma Candle. There's a fair amount of effects like that. She's pretty boxed in here. So she gets cooldowns back and her DI buff. And all she can really do. Yeah, you're not going to live either of these because of that Elwyn pre-battle healing. I think he made the right play going for the Kyra. You have to try to live the non-unicorn terrain Elwyn that's only moving 3 blocks, so he's not going to be full healed, but bonk. And then Elwyn is a kill. That was a close game, though. The Spirit Boots Elwyn, that's a tech of all time. Alright, so there's... Let's see, I just covered Will versus Appty earlier, so I should mark that. So I guess there's 3 games left I haven't covered. Mikey versus Ricecrew, Mikey versus Zuko, where Mikey's on the warpath. And then Ricecrew versus Edgar. I don't think I have Ricecrew added currently. I can take a look at these Mikey games, I guess. Too bad we didn't get another live game going. It seems like we had people coming in and out, just missing each other. Or they'd already played each other.
Too many ducks.
Too many ducks, the missed chord problem. I'm fairly certain I have Mikey added.
A little bit up on the right side. He's a little. He's like 2 or 3 above Sam.
It might have just reshuffled the order, because it does that sometimes.
Oh, you were right there.
I saw Sam, but I didn't see Mikey. Am I just missing him?
Yeah, yeah. He's like in between Sam and Lord.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. I could not see it. Thanks.
There was a couple times you like clicked on his name to use it to scroll, and I was
man.
like, "Oh no!"
So we've got Mikey versus Dow, but not his games versus Ricecrew Rizuko yesterday. Yeah, Sam, you are like the premier Waifu Wars ducker. You denied us so much content last season. I have not forgiven you, Sam.
You can search up
Ricecrew.
Ricecrew.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
See if you put it there.
I don't know what server he's on. I'm gonna guess one of the older ones.
Try Dragon Cave.
Dark Cave. I'll go and send an invite as a
Yeah, I knew it
friend.
was something cave.
Let's search for him again because that made me lose it. He's got his game versus Hale from round 1, but I'm not looking to cover round 1 games right now. That's a whole nother beast of BO3s. I can check Zuko's card, I guess. There he is. We've got Zuko versus Raven. That's an older Waifu Wars. So yeah, okay. So last game to check then is Edgar, if he's got his game versus Ricecrew. That's Edgar's main, so it's on this friend list somewhere.
Somewhere lost in there.
Yeah, we're probably going to find Edgar Allan Ho first. Because even though our servers have merged, it is technically still cross-server. Oh, he's online. Okay. Nice.
Dear Zilong, you did us a favor by upping the limit to 100. Now up it more.
Yes, please. Alright, so yeah, he's got the game versus Ricecrew, so let's take a look. Edgar running something tank pushy. This could very well be a Kirika box from last season with the way it looks. He's team Helena, right? So it's interesting to me that he's taking such a tank push approach with a fairly rush-oriented captain. It's not like she's getting back to guard after she leaves it.
Unless she's Spirit Boots too.
I think it doesn't work. Or I don't know, maybe she can still use them, but she just can't use her tiles with them. But she can't run back via her tiles with Spirit Boots, at least. Otherwise,
10.
otherwise, yeah, you'd have Helena's going in and then running back 13 tiles.
That's so toxic. I want it.
You can have it. It's called Jace. Screw Jace. Jace hate. We see a Patricia pick, so he's going something fairly AoE here. Banned him into the weak AoE healers. Ricecrew's picking some pretty cool stuff for box here. He's got the Betty, he's got Nymph, Hoffman. I respect the Hoffman gaming. No, Betty's gone, but it makes sense with all this AoE. YJess, I guess, makes sense to ban because she's another healer, sort of. I think if I were Ricecrew, I'd probably pick, I guess, the T-Jazz. Edgar is going to get a tank here. You could take the Hoffman to try to get some AoE back of your own, but the first pre-shake is a little awkward in that scenario because you've got a dedicated single target unit as your first pick. He takes Matt, similar option to Hoffman, kind of try to slow them down with AoE. Not a very map-friendly map for Mech Knights or anything. Edgar's banning the Log and Hoffman. Picking Jugler. This is where things get tough for Ricecrew, in my opinion. Because Edgar can play a straight tank push now with the Jugler for healing, Patricia for some healing, Autocrata's Aura is going to make it hard for Pressure to bust, and he can even pick up a real tank afterwards. So he bans him into the tank without a real revive. That makes sense. I might have given Freya instead of Ledin, just because she's a bit easier to bust, but... Yeah, I think this is tough for Ricecrew. It's not like Edgar can just instantly slam through him either, because he does still have the Sissy for healing, but he has a fair bit of AoE here that's going to be tough for Sissy to deal with alone. Pretty regular Elwyn. We've got single target on Patricia. I guess trying to prepare for the tank endgame. Pretty regular Christie. Auto is doing auto things with almost 1,000 defense unbuffed. Sword Dance should be strong as usual in Waifu Warriors. It is Aqua Jugler, but he's running werewolves. That might fare okay against Prisha, I'm not sure.
It is one of the few holy Precious.
Yeah, that's a fair point actually. I wonder if Ricecrew doesn't have wings, or if he just built her before they were out. I didn't check the builds for Ricecrew side yet, actually. Pretty regular Granier. He's got Power Stab for maybe some murderous Granier gaming in the end game. Pretty standard Christie. It looks like Holy Arc, maybe. Or it could be SS. No, not SSM with green. Like that. I'm guessing Holy Arc or Blood Pact. Ninjutsu Mat with Mech Knights. I guess that works. That's so it's not a Cav Matthew then, because Cav Matthew does not have ninjutsu.
Yeah, no, that is actually Assassin Matthew. I remember going over that last night on like the Discord stream we had for these couple of games, and that's like the tier 2 assassin skill.
Wow, yeah. Is that on his
Which
archer path or something that he gets access to that as the tier 2?
no, he has to be like base assassin.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a base assassin class.
Yeah, it's
Honestly.
assassin, archer, flyer, cav.
I see. I forgot about assassin out of that group. I knew archer was a thing for like ancient beckoning or in the olden days, but
Yeah, yeah.
mm,
Assassin is far and away the worst class.
uh
Uh,
but hey, ninjutsu SP
it's
Matt.
I mean, it's not the worst class for waifu war content. I'll tell you that much. Because where else will you see ninjutsu Mat?
Right?
When his SP first came out, mine was like base flyer, so I got sprint on
Mhm.
it, and I found that sprint works with balance blade.
Oh yeah, that's
That
nice.
that was fun for a little while.
So Auto going right in with this 3C, trying to shuffle stuff out of tank reach, which was nice play. He gets the Precious successfully out, and he's got turn prio going into next turn. Sissy can put down a Lancer though to block the Helena from getting a kill.
For however long that works.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess she reaches now. I wasn't really counting well. I was thinking that she blocked because of the water, but her tiles worked out pretty nicely there to move right through it.
Yeah, with the extra movement from Patricia there.
Mm-hmm. We see nice proc. Nice proc again. Ooh, that is a really hurt Prisha. Lancer would help a lot there, but double fixed proc is always going to hurt. Matt doesn't have any single target to punish. Normal attack is definitely not going to kill Lane on her tiles. So he just buffs and gives up Prisha.
Yeah, pretty rough turn one there for Ricecrew.
Yeah, Jugler gets the kill, and now he's got this Jugler in his face with Patricia buff. And Patricia is very ready to 3C, because that should reach everything. And with the Prisha gone, he does not have anything to get this Jugler off his face. He goes for the Helena first on the out of guard Matthew because I guess Krista used Flower turn 1. That's a pretty weird play to do after her casting passive. She doesn't really have a ton of issues acquiring stacks after the casting. Um, I'm always a fan of turn 1 guard on every tank. Like even Landius, I'd rather be unbuffed going into turn 2 than not use active guard. There's just too many mistakes that can happen from not having 2 range guard. Does Grenier get... Let's see if Grenier gets kill on Helena. No! Rip power stab. I think he had too many dead troops. And now Patricia goes murder mode.
The remnants of Team Kirika and picking their cross-map AoE units.
Right. Patricia is definitely pretty strong in this meta. I get we're rotating units and she's like the IBC substitution, but it's a lot of AoE damage.
Yeah.
And she can enable
It's-
stuff like
it's-
Helena too.
Yeah, it's enabling, it's a lot of damage, and it's a lot of safe damage too.
Yeah.
Like I know they were worried about IBC like being able to do too much, but like at least she has to be vulnerable to do all of that.
Yeah. I mean, you think about like Zigram's game yesterday, right? Where the Patricia almost like totally saved it, you know?
Yeah.
With a couple different actions here and there, like that fixed damage and stuff, just ate Walleon's team alive. She's pretty really quite strong in this meta, and she's got some dispel too with that 3C with Night Bloom. All right, I think that's everything I can cover now. I don't want to delve into the BO3 round 1 games today, so I think I'll take the stream down there unless we get a surprise game set up here. Thanks for joining, JP Famine, for the co-commentary and catching some things I missed.
No problem.
Not least of all, including Mikey likes it in my friends list.
happy to offer my incredibly mediocre takes on things.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Thanks for the stream.